Hey everyone, welcome back to Spitz Farm Outdoors. This is week 4 with the pheasants. We're going to be moving them from the garage to the pheasant pen today. In the next week we have a lot of sun in the forecast and highs around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So one way you can tell that it's time for them to get out to the pen is because we have the heat lamp, the height that it is, they're all spaced really far apart. So they're trying to get away from the heat, and we need to give them more space to be able to do that. Basically, to transport them from this box to the pen, we're going to be putting them in a cardboard box and just walking them out back. So nothing too scientific about this, just grab a chicken, toss them in the box. So you have the heat lamps low so the chicks can get heat if they need it, but basically we can just take them out and kind of put them towards the light. So I got them the 3 waters that they had in the garage, the 3 heat lamps, and I got them 2 feeding troughs, and we're gonna check back on them a little bit later in the day. I'm back in the pen checking on all the pheasants, and I chopped up cabbage for them. We had cabbage that was gonna go bad, and so it's good to feed it to the birds. A couple changes that we made. So since week 3, we've been feeding them the meat maker crumble, and it's 21% protein, but we were having issues with some of the birds not walking properly, and we think it's because of malnourishment. Maybe they're not getting enough protein in their diet. So we went with Game Bird 30% protein crumble starter, and that's what we've been feeding them for the 4th and 5th week, and there's lots of improvements. It's nighttime, and it's the first night that the pheasants are on their own in the pheasant pen behind me outside. A little breezy, but I think they're going to be just fine. Let's take a look. So it looks like they're pretty packed in underneath the lights, but I think they're doing just fine. I think all the ones that want to get underneath the lights can get it there. And if they were in the wild, they wouldn't have any heat lamps at all, so I'm not too worried about them. We'll come back in the morning and see how they fared with the night. Checking on the birds the next day. This isn't really looking that great. We got 2 to 3 inches of rain, and it was looking sunny for like 4 days, and then rain came. So right now, all the pheasants are tucked against the side of the wall where there isn't any water, and we need to figure out a way to make a platform to get them out of the puddles that are in the pen. So this is the solution that I'm going with for right now. I ended up taking one of the screens that we had on top of the boxes, and then I put a piece of plywood on top and moved the lights in a way that all the heat is on top of the board. Kind of have each of the rods balanced on each other, holding the lights in a pattern that's gonna like basically get enough heat to all areas so that all the birds should be able to get underneath here once I leave. So I'm gonna come back and check on them in a little bit. With all the rain we got, I wanted to make sure that the pheasants weren't sitting in the mud, so that's why the plywood's here. And I got them new food dishes. Their water's filled up. yeah, so they're continuing to grow. They have a lot of feathers. You can go check out a few of them. So the pheasant chicks are about 5 weeks old now. We moved them out of the garage last week. We kind of got them set up in the pen, and then we had sun for 4 days, and then it rained for like 2 or 3. So it's a little sloppy in here. I'm hoping that we can put peepers on them in the next 2 weeks. We probably should do that definitely before the 8th week. The range to do it's kind of like 5 to 8 weeks old is when you want to do peepers, and you do that just so that they don't get aggressive towards each other. I'm just using the clip ones that just clip on the nostrils. If you use the ones that have the pin that pushes through the membrane, then you have to make sure you definitely get them before 8 weeks. Otherwise, their beak will get too hard and you won't be able to clip them. So yeah, we'll get that done in the next video. And then also we're going to take down this curtain. Now that the birds are getting a little bit bigger, we can spread them out and have them use the entire length of the pen. All right, thanks for tuning in to Schmidt's Farm and Outdoors. We'll see you in the next video.